there, fellow chalk and friends. It's Friday night. It is Fantastic Friday. Woohoo! We are going to get started here in just 1 second. So I'm giving you all a second to get on, and we will get going here in just a quick little shake. Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Friday! I'm Macon Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer, and it is Fantastic Friday. Isn't that exciting? I'm trying to get your comments here, which I'm not getting. So I'm gonna give it a break. Try and get my comments here. So I don't know if you're here. So if you're here, say hi, please, so I know you're here, because I'm not getting comments up. Sorry, I absolutely hate it when I watch videos and people do this. And I always say I'm never going to do this, and I end up doing it. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome to Fantastic Friday. Fantastic Friday. Let's try going this way and seeing if I go. It tells me Macon Maria is live. Maybe I can get you on that way. Okay, so hi. Hi, everybody. I'm done. Technology's over. Hey, Verge. Happy Friday. It's Fantastic Friday. Which means that we're going to use a transfer that involves a font. Could be that we someday, not this week, but another week, we will use the actual fonts and make our own words. But not today. Today was a little too rough of a day. So today, we're not doing that. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. So today, we are going to make a very fun transfer. We are going to use the Club Couture because I was inspired greatly by somebody that made it, another designer. So there is another designer out there that I very, very much enjoy watching her posts. She is crazy talented. Her name is Sage Roberts. And she needs... Virginia, you're so funny. Yes, I have a nice sweater on, Virginia, but we're not going to get chalk paste on it today. But she makes absolutely beautiful signs, and a lot of the things I do, I tend to get inspired by her. So tonight's sign is completely an inspiration by her. So that's what we're going to do. So let me get you up here so you can see what we're doing. So let's talk about what this is. First off, straight out of the gate, let's just get all this out of the way. Please share my video. It helps me tremendously when you share my video, and I very, very much appreciate it when you do it. I cannot stress enough how much it helps me when you share. So if you enjoy these videos, just hitting that share button, I very much appreciate. So if you can share it, that would be great. Tonight, what we're doing is we're talking about Club Couture. So Club Couture is a monthly subscription service. It's $19.99, and in the mail once a month, they mail on the 5th of the month, comes this gorgeous envelope. I just like the envelope. And this is actually a little bit of what we're doing tonight, as I realize maybe she was inspired by this. Who knows? But this is kind of the color theme that we're going with tonight with this transfer. But this envelope comes in the mail like magic every month. And in the envelope comes 3 paste packets. And this month's, these are the colors that it comes with. It comes with peony, honeydew, and eucalyptus. And these packets are super easy to use. You just knead them a little bit, and you can put it right on your project and squeegee it. But it comes with 3, and there's plenty in here to do this project plus. So you just, once you use them, you fold them over, you paper clip them, and they should keep for a while. So you get these 3 colors and a transfer. And this month's transfer says Sweet Spring on it. I'm going to take it out so that you don't see the glare, because we're going to use it anyway. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Hey, Aunt Josephine. Hey, Connie. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Jan. Verge and Jan. Oh, I said Jan already. Sorry. Cheryl. Debbie. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. Okay, so, it's upside down, sorry. This is the transfer that it comes with. It will always come with a B-size transfer. So a B size is an 8.5 by 11, and they're different every month. This one has lots of pieces, which is so nice because there's so many different things that you can do with all of these pieces. And these are kind of nice staple pieces as you're building your arsenal of transfers. This is a really, really good one to start with or to add to because it has some really nice components to it. And it has a very sweet sentiment in a font for Fantastic Friday that I've not seen or don't have on anything. I don't know that I've seen, I don't know that we've used this font before. So I really do, I kind of like its, you know, swoopy whimsicalness to it. So it's a really nice transfer because it gives you that opportunity for not a huge investment. You know, it's $19.99 a month and you have what you need with the exception of a squeegee and something to put it on. Squeegees are $5 and you need a surface. Well, you can do it on pretty much anything. Probably have something laying around your house that you could put it on. You could put it on the glass of a picture frame. I mean, you don't have to invest a ton of money if you aren't able to. You can most definitely make beautiful things, but this club gives you a really nice chance to kind of play with the product, get your feet wet, and enjoy a little bit of fun every month because I say this every time, we need us time. Even if it's just 15 minutes to do something that we enjoy, that inspires us creatively, and this is a great way to guarantee yourself that you get that time every month for $19.99 a month. Okay, done with the commercial. So if you're interested in Club Couture, there's a couple ways that you can get involved in it. You can comment club in the comments and I will send you the information, or you can go right to www.chalkcouture.com/MakeandMaria and there's a tab that says Club Couture and you can click on it there. So you have more than one way to find out about the club, get involved in the club. Could not be easier. And if you just want the information and figure out if it's something that you want to do, I'll just send you the link and you can take a look at it. Again, please share my video. It's the last time I'm going to ask you to do that, I hope, in this video. I've kind of got that ingrained in me, so I'm trying to not say that as many times, but it truly does help me when you share, so thank you for sharing it. Okay, we talked about club. Oh, and the very last one we're going to talk about here is the VIP group. The VIP group is my group of customers or potential customers. It's a private closed group, and it's closed because by being closed, I can do things in that group that I can't do in the public. I can put bundles together, I can do specials, I can do all kinds of fun things that are not really meant for the general public. They're really meant for people that are truly interested in playing with the product. So that's what the VIP group is. If you would like to be added to the VIP group, you can just comment VIP group, or again, you can go to the Make and Maria VIP group and request to join. Super easy. There's no pressure, no stress, it's just fun. So thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing all of you. Thank you for sharing my video. Thank you. All right, so we're done with that. Very last one I'm going to say, and then we're just going to have fun tonight, is if you are curious at all about what the heck is Chalk Couture designership and what does all that mean, feel free to comment curious, and I will just give you some general information about what it means to be a designer. This is so much fun. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun that this is. So, I am done. Whew. Right? I got them out of the way quick and early tonight because I want to have fun tonight. It's Friday night, right? Ladies, get your glass of wine on. I hope you got your comfy clothes on. You're sitting in your comfy chair, and we're going to create something super cute. So we're going to use the Sweet Spring, and we're going to use the circle board. Oh, you know what? I'm missing one of my pages. Okay. Found it. Okay. So the circle board is gold. It's like a dull. It's not shiny gold. It's a dull gold on the edge, and it is a white, try to get you a good angle, it is a white chalkboard. So it is reusable. Love that feature about this board because it's a white chalkboard. I prefer the white ones over the black ones. There's certain colors I really like on the black ones, but the white ones are probably more my favorite. And it's just, you can wash it off. So today we're going to have Sweet Spring, but I'm willing to bet after that new catalog comes out on April 15th, we're going to have a cute one that says summer. Then we're going to wash this baby off when spring is over with, and we're going to put something summery on it. So it's a really nice feature. You don't have to, you know, make 5 million things, and this chalkboard is $14.99. So it's not expensive by any stretch of the imagination for its reusability factor. Okay. That's a lot of yapping at you early. So we are going to get going here. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to use the gold shimmer. Now the gold shimmer paste was made to match your gold frame. So they're made to go together. It doesn't look like that up close to you guys, but in real life, they're the same. And the shimmer pastes are not glitter. They're shimmer. So it has a metallic appearance to it, but it's not like glittery shiny. And this one needs to be stirred, and they're so much fun to stir. I don't know why they're so much fun to stir, but they're like whipped almost. Like if you've ever had whipped cream cheese, it reminds me of that. So you stir it up just like paste. It is chalk, but it is this super pretty metallic-y shimmer color. So we're going to do our words, Sweet Spring, in the shimmer. And then we're going to use Peachy Keen, Honeydew, Guava's coming out to play, ladies, Buttermilk, and this is not the one I wanted. I want maybe Couture Coral. I don't think it's Couture Coral. I think I want Poppy. Where's Poppy? I don't know where Poppy is. We'll have to pull out Poppy. So on my inspiration board, because full disclosure, flower placement is not always my thing. I try really hard, but I always think it's going to look really cute, and sometimes I just don't get the flowers lined up right. I am getting so much better at it though, the more I do it. And in her flower placement, that's what I'm really copying, is how she placed her flowers, because I like the way she did it. There's lots of different ways to do this. I've seen some really cute things done with this transfer that I wouldn't necessarily have thought of to do, so that's kind of fun. That's one of the nice things about being part of the Chalk Couture community, is you learn all kinds of different things that people do, and everybody just shares. I mean, I've never been a part of a group like this where everybody is just willing to tell you what they did, where they got it, how they do it. Nobody is really, you know, like, secretive. Everybody's here, everybody's trying to lift everybody else up. And that's just a really nice feature, I think, to being part of something. So I do actually feel like I'm part of something. I'm not, you know, just out there on my own. I can type a question into these groups, the Chalk Couture groups, and within 5 minutes, 8 people have responded. It's just awesome. Okay, I'm rambling. All right, hey, oh, thank you for sharing, Debbie. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're gonna do Sweet Spring, and then we're gonna take this little leafy guy, and we're gonna do 2 up. Oh, she did it backwards, and then we'll do 2 up the other way. So she made like a half circle, and then she put the flowers in it. So that's what we're doing. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to write on the back of our transfers what they are. So I'm going to stop here for a moment because I kind of got a little bit ahead of myself. Chalk Couture is a company that makes adhesive, silk screen, reusable transfers. So people need zero artistic ability to create something stunningly gorgeous. And trust me, I have zero artistic ability. I'm crafty, I can put things together, I can copy things, but I don't even need to be that way. These silk screens in here give you crisp, bright, defined detail when you use them. You wash them off, you can use them over and over again, and you can use them with a multitude of surfaces, and you can use ink, you can use etching cream, you can use Chalkology paste, which is the chalk paste that we're going to use. You can use paint. I mean, you can use so many different things with these transfers. It just gives you total creative freedom. The other thing that's nice about them is you have all these pieces. You can use them with any transfer in any combination. You could use just the flowers by themselves. You could use just the Sweet Spring. You could use just Sweet, and then use a different transfer and piece different words together. It's just a really nice way to have tons of creative freedom, and have it turn out when it's done and have it look nice, which is not necessarily, if somebody handed me a paintbrush, oh my gosh, there is no way that that would be getting hung up in my house because, yeah, you think I have problems with flower placement. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So that's what a silkscreen transfer is. I use it with Chalkology paste. And Chalkology paste is a chalk paste that is liquid when it's a paste, when you open them, and you squeegee it on over your transfer. When you pull it up, it dries hard. So when it dries, you can rub it, it's not going to go anywhere. But you can wash it off by spritzing it with water and washing it off. So it's semi-permanent. It is not permanent. You can make it permanent if you want to by spraying it with a sealer. So you could spray it with any type of polyacrylic, any type of varnish, crystal clear. There's all kinds of them, and they're not expensive if you want to make. But you only need to make it permanent if it's going to get wet, because chalk and water don't necessarily mix. You can also use ink, which ink can be permanent when you heat set it. So then you can put things in the dishwasher. You can put them in the washing machine. That gives you a lot more permanent flexibility. So I'm rambling. Hey, Kathy! Thanks for joining the party and thanks for sharing my video. All right, so when you start with your transfer, first you saw it was this big piece. We cut it apart into pieces. And then we write on the back what the pieces are. And you write on the back of them because your transfer has a backer sheet. And the backer sheet is two-sided. One side is dull and one side is shiny. And when you go, sometimes gotta find my edge, one side is shiny. After you wash it off, you store them right back on the backer sheet. Very similar to, okay, I'm gonna date myself here, but remember those chloroform stickers we had when we were kids? That you could reuse, and you had the little doll houses and you could place all the little people and all the stuff all over the house. That's what the backer sheets are like. So it's like a sticker sheet, where it's shiny, and you can put your transfer comes on and off of it. It's not going to stick to it. You don't want to put it on the wrong side because then you sometimes cannot get them off because it's different backing. So that's why you write the name on the back of it, so that you know when it's time to put it away what goes where. So the very first thing you do after you write so I guess it would be the second thing. I say the very first thing a lot. Like, you have a lot of very first things you got to do. So you take your transfer that you've written the back on, and you remove it from the backer sheet. You peel the backer sheet from the transfer. You do not peel the transfer from the backer sheet. That is because you set this aside so that you have it ready when you're done washing. The back of your stencil is sticky. You do not want it to touch itself. If it touches itself, it will be very, very challenging to get it apart. And what happens is when you pull it apart, when it's stuck together, you put holes in the transfer. And then most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time it ruins the transfer. So you do have to be careful with the back not touching it. Now, the very first time you use a transfer, and the first several times actually that you use one, they're super sticky. So what you do is you take your transfer and you fuzz it. And fuzzing is a fancy term for applying lint. Now, my towel is really dirty. It needs a bath. But applying lint is just simply sticking it on something fuzzy. So you can use, I have this absolutely gorgeous when it's clean. Sorry, it's not clean. This Chalk Couture fuzzing towel. It's a microfiber on one side and it's a terry cloth on the other side. It works very well for washing off boards, and it works really well for fuzzing. You can use any towel. This is just really nice size for the transfers. But you can use any towel. I've used my blue jeans, I've used my sweatpants, I've used my sweaters, I've used my bathrobe. You can do all kinds. It just has to have fuzz to it. So what that does is by applying the lint, it makes it not as sticky. And then when you set it down, it's easier to pull off because it's not so stuck on. It's got a little more give to it, which just makes the longevity of your transfer because you're not having to pull so hard. You're not risking stretching your transfer. So you put your transfer down, and then you just remove the air bubbles. You want to remove the air bubbles because if there's air underneath it, when you go to squeegee, you potentially will push the chalk underneath the transfer because the air will push it through. So you just got to get your air up. It's that simple. So then what you do is that we've already stirred up our gold shimmer paste. You just dip your squeegee in and you squeegee. Now I squeegee up and down. I do not squeegee flat. I squeegee up and down because when you squeegee flat, that's what you get. You get a big blob. When you squeegee up and down, you get a nice smooth, you get all that excess. So you get the blob on and then you take it off. You can, I kind of start sometimes with the blob. The shimmers are a little different consistency than regular chalk. So I do kind of tend to fill the silk screen first and then go back and squeegee all that excess off because I don't need all that paste. And I mean, it goes a long way. So you just squeegee all, so see how I'm squeegeeing up and down. I'm not squeegeeing flat because as I squeegee flat, all I do is put it back on. If I squeegee up and down, it comes right off. I take all this excess, take the edge of my container, and I just put it right back in my container. Then I take my squeegee, and you can just use a towel. I use a baby wipe, and you just wipe it off so that it's clean and it's reused. Now it's ready to go for the next color. So I take my transfer, and I start it in the corner, but I don't pull from the corner because I don't want to stretch my transfer. I pull it from the middle. And we're going to end up with our super cute little words. Oh my gosh, sweet spring. It was absolutely positively gorgeous today outside. It was one of those days that it was like, oh my goodness, the sun was out. It was 52 degrees. It was like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for all winter long. So I'm all done with my gold shimmer. So I get it cleaned up. My stir sticks I wash off and reuse. I just throw them right in my water bath or I wipe them right off with my baby wipe. I close up my paste and we're done with gold shimmer. The shimmers, there's 3 colors in shimmers. There's gold shimmer, copper shimmer, and silver shimmer. They're new. So now I want to dry my chalk paste, which will dry very fast because I'll stick my finger in it inevitably if I don't dry it. So you just want to dry it off. Plus that way there's less likelihood of me sticking the other transfers in it when it's wet. It dries very fast. You use a regular hair dryer. You don't need a fancy anything. You can just use a regular old hair dryer. So what we're going to do is, I'm going back to my example is over here, but my computer turned out. We're going to just do 3 and 3, or 2 and 2, I'm sorry. We're going to do 2 and 2. So we're going to use this little leafy guy 4 times. So I'm going to fuzz him. Oop, I didn't write on his back. Oh wait, there's 2. I don't have to use it backwards. Okay, we're going to use him twice. Okay, so I'm going to do this guy here at an angle. And then I'm going to do... Ooh, Carol's watching the Brewers. Are they winning, Carol? How are they playing? Okay, so I want to line up. I want, in this middle right here, I'm going to put a big flower. So I want to line up make sure I have enough space. I'm going to put this big flower in the middle, and I want it to be very close to touching, okay? And then we're going to do another one. My computer would turn on. I need to turn my computer back on because our little random name picker is in my computer for what we're doing at the end of our video today. Okay, so I think I'm up too high. Maybe I'm going to go down a little more around. And I don't think I'm really in the center. Thank you for sharing, Carol, by the way. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Okay, so I'm just giving it a little more space. I don't want too much more space because I want the flower to appear to be in the leaves. Oh, hey, Maddie. Maddie, are you always in South Carolina or are you on vacation? I didn't think, Maddie, I thought you were local. Maybe I don't know, Maddie, where you are. Are you really in South Dakota? Or South Carolina? I'm sorry. Or are you vacationing? Okay, so I'm opening up my honeydew, which is the next color I'm going to use. And I'm going to stir it. Now, see how my stir stick bends? That's how you know he's stiff. I'm working it hard. That's why I really like the Chalk Couture stir sticks versus the ones I bought off of Amazon. They give me a little more work. They're a little, they're thicker. They're thicker, so they work a little. Ooh, the Brewers are winning. 8-5 in the bottom of the 5th. They are beating the Cubs. Ooh. I don't know anything about baseball. I can't even pretend like I know what you're talking about, Carol. Okay, so it's a little more stiff. So I am adding a little bit of water and stirring it up. So see how much easier it is now? You just work it a little bit and you get it to the consistency you want. And the consistency you want is sour cream. Maddie, it's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, Maddie. Oh my gosh, I wish I had known that. We like to make birthday fun surprises when we know it's people's birthday. Happy birthday, Maddie. You come home next week Wednesday. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I hope you have had a super fantastic day, and I feel so honored that you're sharing your very special day with us. Oh my gosh. Birthdays, you know, are a big deal. It's a celebration of your birth, right? It should be celebrated loud and proud, right? Okay, so I'm just, look at how easy this is, guys. Come on. I mean, anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do it. It could not be easier. You just squeegee your paste right on. And then I'm going to pull my transfers off. But I'm not going to put them in the water bath right away because I am just going to set them next to me because I think I'm going to do another row. I'm going to take a look at sages again, but yep, I am. All right, so I'm just going to dry these guys so that I can lay the transfer right back down on it. I hope there's something fun in South Carolina, Maddie, for your birthday. Are you visiting family or sightseeing? Or I don't really know South Carolina very well, so I don't really know what's fun there to do. So I'm just giving it a good dry. You know, Maddie, sometimes this is where I wish we could talk to each other. I should figure out a way to have a video where we can actually talk to each other because we should all sing happy birthday to Maddie, right? It's a big day when it's your birthday. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to go up. And this is how we're making my little, I guess you'd kind of call it a laurel wreath. So we're just going to keep going up. And then we're going to squeegee away. And I'm just using this. I love honeydew. Honeydew is a very pale, pale green. I find it to be very springy. But I love this color. As you can tell, we use this color a lot. And I gotta say, I wasn't going to order this. I bought this color the very first time at Christmas time. And I used it at Christmas time thinking, you're never going to use this. This isn't a Christmas color. But I ended up, ooh, she's visiting family. Ooh, a seafood for dinner. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Well, if I like fish. I made seafood for dinner for my husband tonight because we can't have meat today, but I'm not a seafood eater myself. I personally had mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese. Which I think is so funny that I'm eating my kids' meal. Okay, so I've got my cute little wreath, and I'm just going to dry. So as I'm drying it, I got a couple little water droplets on. I'm going to get those off. And again, I'm only drying it because I don't want to put my finger in it. We're dry. I'm going to take my squeegee, wash off my squeegee. And then we're going to stick this big old flower. We're going to do a new technique. Well, kind of a new technique. We're going to do a technique differently than we've done it before on this big flower in the middle. You know what? Hey, Debbie. I think we should be giving Carol a hard time. Like we kind of gave you a hard time about the Chicago fire watching at the same time as you were watching our video. We were feeling a little neglected one night our friend Debbie was watching Chicago Fire and wasn't responding in a timely manner. And now, Carol's watching the baseball game. She's multitasking with us too. I guess we know where we're right. Ladies, you gotta want to get picked on if you're gonna watch my videos. All right, so I'm taking our big flower and I'm going to fuzz it. And maybe I should do. I'm gonna lay the big flower. Oops, see, don't do this. This is bad. This is very bad. Don't do that. And not only did I do it, but then I like pushed it down. Okay. Now when that happens, when it's like, when the whole thing does it, sometimes you can save it. Not always, but sometimes you can save it. And what you do is you take it underneath cold water and you very slowly pull it apart. The pulling apart is what puts the holes in it. So the water kind of helps loosen it up because that takes the stick away. Right, Debbie? We should be giving her a hard time. Okay, Carol, we got to start giving you a hard time about watching the baseball game and us at the same time. You thought, you know, that this was just going to be fun tonight. Although, is your spouse making you watch the baseball game, or are you watching it by choice? Sometimes, you know, we love them, but they do make us do those things. I've watched a lot of golf in my day. It was a little bit like, it is still a little bit like watching paint dry. And as I'm sure you can all imagine, I'm not necessarily quiet about the fact that it's like watching paint dry. I may potentially be a little vocal about the fact that watching golf is like watching paint dry. It is. Okay, so I've got my flower down, and what we're going to do is we're going to do something very similar to Hot Mess, but not. Boy, that is clear as mud, isn't it? It's really more blending. We're going to blend two colors, and this is not the color. But it's a darker color. She used a darker color, so maybe she did. All right. We're going with guava. It's too bright. Oh my gosh, it's too bright for me. But we're going for it. Where is Poppy? Hang on, I gotta find Poppy. What did I do with Poppy? There, no, that's not Poppy either. Poppy is a very pretty poppy color. That's red raspberry. Where's Poppy? How do colors disappear? Don't you wonder, like, oh, is this Poppy? Nope, that's wild berry. That's wild berry. How can I not know that's wild berry? How do colors, whoo, take a walk. All right, I can't find Poppy. Okay, it's not guava. Carol is paying really close attention during the commercials. Ah, Carol. Now look, I'm going to stir and I don't even have the chalk open. Carol and the... Okay, ladies, now we really have to give her a hard time. The commercials is all she's paying attention to us. Well, but she's paying enough attention that she can hear us giving her a hard time, so I guess we could cut her a little bit of slack. Okay, so my Couture... Why do I have such a hard time saying this word? Couture Coral is in need of a drink. We are going to use an extremely small amount of this right in the center of our flower. So I'm just going to dollop. See, Carol, you paying attention? Carol gave us the dollop word because we stir to a sour cream consistency. I'm going to dollop just a little bit of Couture Coral in the middle of our flower. And then the rest of our flower is going to be Peachy Keen. And we're going to blend the two colors together. But we're going to blend it purposefully. Very different than Hot Mess. Hot Mess, you just kind of dollop everywhere, right? Well, you really dab because you don't put much down. Cheryl! Cheryl is with Carol. Oh my gosh. You're all only watching me during the commercials. Maybe I should add commercials to my video. No. That would be horrible. All right, so I wonder where my daughter gets her drama tendencies from. Maybe I should stop wondering that. Okay, so we are dolloping purposefully. So I take my finger. Now I have way too much of this in here, so I'm going to put some of it back. Way too much. Because I just want a little bit of coral. Okay? So I'm going to go around. But now I'm going to blend in the peachy keen. So the middle of my flower will be the coral color, the darker. And then going out, it will be the peachy keen color. Add a little more peachy keen. A little too much peachy keen, and now I have stuff all over my fingernails. Oh, Carol. Ladies, ladies, ladies. I'm just, you know, so surprised that you all have a life besides watching Maria. Okay, so now I squeegee all my excess off. I can't put it back in my container because it is its own brand new color now because we have created a new one. And then I'm going to pull it off. And it's very subtle. And I think it looks like you can see it, but it's very subtle, the color difference. I'm going to hold it up here for you to see. So see how, oops, hang on, woo, wrong way. See how subtle the color difference is? It's just a little bit so that you can see. I'm trying to get there, I'm sorry. One day I'm going to figure out the angles. It's just a little bit of color variation. It's not a ton. It's super, super pale. And these are completely not the colors she used, but that's okay. So now I'm going to dry this guy. See, I think peachy keen is pink. I don't think peachy keen is peachy at all. And these two colors look really nice together. So again, it's super, super subtle, that color difference. I'm done with this one, so I'm just going to lay my, and we are done with this one. We are done. This one. Okay, so now I am very good at multitasking. Cheryl says I can watch both at the same time. Cheryl, that's because we're women. Women can do that. Just saying. Men, some of you can do that. Some. A few. Maybe. Oh, Connie, I'm glad you like the flower. I like the flower too. I would tell you the one that Sage did is much more peachy. But Sage has been a designer for quite a while, so she might have retired colors. But that's okay. I like our pinky colors. I was just going for more peach, so maybe she did use guava. But anyway, that's Sage's. We're on to ours, right? We're making our own project here. Okay, so then this is not the one I want. Oh, that's because I'm shocking surprise. I threw them all over the floor. This is the one I want. We're gonna just stick a little yellow in here, and there's too much of a space here. We're gonna have to put something there. So I'm gonna fuzz because it's gonna go over chalk now. And in going over chalk, we want to fuzz so that we have less likelihood of it pulling off. Yeah, let's start on this side. Just gonna stick this guy in here. So this guy is going to be buttermilk. Where's butter? There it is. I'm going to be very perplexed now. I'm going to have to go on a poppy search. Do not know where my poppy is. Oh, it's right in front of me. It's so red. Yeah, this is poppy. Poppy is so red that I was confusing it with my regular red. All right, so I'm just stirring up my buttermilk. I'm going to dip and go so that we can stick our little guy on here. Pull him off. Ooh, that is so bright and cheery. And then we're going to do one on this side. Basically the same thing. Just pushing them down, squeegeeing and go. So this transfer is the April Club Couture, which You get a one-time option when you join the club to purchase the previous month's transfer. So if you want this transfer, you can still get it. You don't have to get it though if you don't want it. If you join Club Couture, if you join now, you're actually signing up for May. So May 5th, they'll send you whatever the transfer is going to be for May, which we don't know this time. I have not seen a sneak peek of the next month's yet. I don't know if we will see a sneak peek. But you're really signing up to start in May if you sign up now. So you won't get charged anything until May. On May 5th, $19.99 will come right out of your account. It's free shipping, and it gets shipped to you. If you want this transfer, though, you can add it on. That's completely up to you. Oops. So when I store my chalks, I do give them just a little spray. And don't do that over your project like I just did, because, duh, you don't want to get your project wet. Sometimes I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, so next we are going to add, we got to do something here. We got to do some little guys there because I messed that up. He was supposed to be closer. And I'm also breaking my rules of I don't have written on the back. It's Friday, ladies. Don't you wonder sometimes? Maria, you tell us to do all these things and then half the time you don't do them. Can you imagine what kind of mother I am? Really? Tell them to do all these things and then half the time I don't do it. All right, I think we might have to go guava. We may have to go. Okay, I need just to fuzz him more. Okay, so I'm going to stick this guy in here. Just do a quick little flower. You know what? We're going to make our own color. Huh! It's Friday night, right? We're living on the edge here. You guys are watching other stuff anyway, so you're not really paying attention anyway, so I can just talk all night. So one of the beauties of this board is this white section here is a palette board. Yeah, that's what it's made for. It's made to mix, it's really made to mix inks for stamping, but we're going to try using it to mix our own color. So I'm going to take a little bit of guava and I'm going to add just a smidge of peachy keen to it because I want to try to not have it be so bright, because that's my problem with guava, is it's so bright. So if there is a color that you want and it doesn't exist, you can make your own colors. You can mix chalk together. What you cannot mix together is ink and chalk. It's one or the other. You can't go both because they're completely different consistencies. So you cannot add ink to chalk to try to make your own color. Okay, so this is definitely, so look at our original guava compared to, this is definitely lighter. And I think it's light enough now. So see the difference. Oh, that's not helping you. It's definitely lighter. We could probably go just a tiny smidgy-widgy lighter, but we're not going to. And then we're just going to squeegee these little guys on. And then what I could do is I could scrape up this color and I could put it in a little container and keep it. And then we're going to go right here, stick one of these guys right here. Okay, and I guess we got to stick one here because I don't like that space, but we're going to go up higher. Try to balance this guy. So this is also what you can do when you use the paste packets. Okay, you can just take a plate. It does dry pretty quick, so you want to keep your lump together. Okay, you can add water to it though and mix it up just like you would if it was in the paste container. As it dries, you can make it wet again. And maybe we'll do one more here. We have to do them in an odd number. My sister's in my head. Everything is in odd numbers. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although our yellows are even. See, this is the one I don't like because I really didn't want to do that one, but I did it too close. So what do you think? You think I need to add? Shame on you, Maria. You shouldn't be afraid of bold colors. I know, Carol. I know. It's a thing, Carol. It's just who Maria is. Okay, so I don't know. Do you think we need more? Do we need another color? I really don't like they're too matchy-matchy. Look there. We gotta do something here. Okay, so I'm gonna set him aside. I'm gonna get rid of well, I don't want to get rid of the color I made in case we decide to stick with that color. What else could we do here? We could add some pale pink. We could add some cherry blossom, or we could add some peony, or we could just add peachy keen the way it is. What other flowers we got here? It's all pretty much leaves. This guy might not be bad. Maybe a little eucalyptus. We're way past what she did, so we're on our own now. We could stick. This guy's kind of interesting to me. Look how he has the little dots. And then this guy's, they all have little dots. They're super interesting to me. This one I really like. I think you could do tons of fun things with this one. But from a flower standpoint, on this particular transfer, those are our only choices. Because we gotta go with something. I mean, we could stick one up here. We could add another one. We're gonna add another one. What the heck, right? What the heck? Let's add another one. Question is, if we add another one, what color should it be? Okay, so I'm fuzzing him. No, he needs more fuzzing. Still super sticky. And we're laying it over paste, so we want it to be. It's probably not the right angle. Okay, so let's go this guy. And let's go okay, so in the middle here we used Couture Coral. So we're going to take a little more Couture Coral because again it's very bright. And we're going to add a little more peachy keen to it. Going to mix it up. Hey Kim! I love this transfer. It's so cute. I know, isn't it? It's so springy. Wow, that was original, wasn't it, Kim? Who knew I was so original? Yeah, it's very springy. It's so sweet, I think. You know, it's just, and I get it. No pun on the fact that it says sweet, but it's just very simple. I think it's super versatile. So I'm mixing up a new color over here so that it's not quite as bright as Couture Coral. Okay. Set that aside. And so I'm squeegeing it all back into a little pile so that, because my edges are going to dry out. So that's what I would say when you use these cute little packets, you know, try to leave it in a pile. All right, so we're going to go, it's probably not light enough. It's probably still too dark. We're going to stick this guy in here. Keep your fingers crossed, ladies. That's cute. That's not so bad. Right? It's not so bad. Could be worse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what do we do? How do I get in these situations? See, this is why Maria should not arrange flowers. I need to take a flower arranging class. Totally need. Oh, and I need to dry this guy. If I don't dry this guy, I'm going to stick something on top of him. What if we go down this way then, but not use his whole stem? Just use a little bit of him. This is either going to ruin it or it's going to fix it. No pressure. Why do I do these things live? I should know better. All right, so we're just going to stick him here and hope this guy works. So I'm just putting my chalk paste on and squeegeeing it off. And I did not want to go all that way, but I did it anyway. Oops. We'll see how it looks when we're done. Okay, so see, I didn't want to go all the way in. I was just going to do a little section of him. So now it looks really dumb. And we blended that color, so I don't know if I can get that off. So my key is he's not dry yet, so I can kind of rub it off. Still going to be there, but I like the idea of facing down. Yeah. I do too if I hadn't gone too far, girl. So I need a little water. And very little water. Okay. And I'm just going to blend it in where I went, where I did not want to go. Very lightly. So I'm just blending. Okay. See what I'm blending, and this one I blended it off a little bit. So we're going to go back to just take a little bit of him and blend it more. So he's a little darker than I wanted him to be. That's okay. Okay. Just blending him to kind of hide where I went, where I didn't want to go. Very lightly, very carefully. Because it's chalk! Nothing else, wash the whole thing off, right? There we go. Now I hid that because I did not want to go there. And I have this little tiny dot right here that I'm going to take my little tiny paintbrush. It's probably too big of a paintbrush. Just a little tiny. That's the color, right? Yeah. And fill back in that white part where I took the white off, where I didn't want to take the white off. This is where, you know, it's, okay, Maria, stop being so anal. It's close enough, right? There we go. Okay, so I blended it in, and I fixed where I had it, where I didn't want it. Okay, so, whew. Now, the other thing I want to fix is, see this flower right here? I didn't put in, because he goes over two colors, he's thinner in the middle. So I'm going to take, again, just a little bit more of our paste, and I'm just going to fill him in so that I lose that white part. Because I don't want to see the white, I want to see the color. That's just because I squeegeed fast. And I didn't set the, this is when I was, the third time I had used the transfer, and I didn't set it down. I didn't push hard enough. Okay, so see, I fixed that. I got rid of that white part I didn't like. I don't know if you guys could see that anyway, but I saw it and it was bugging me. And I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to fix it just a little bit more. Okay, so this is our sweet spring. Look how cute that is. Okay, I love this transfer. This is super cute. So this is Club Couture. Thank you, Carol. I do agree that that is what is needed. Maria, that is where I was thinking. Awesome. And you like the idea of facing it down. Okay, perfect. So this is the round white chalkboard. This is $14.99. The Sweet Spring is the Club Couture, which is the $19.99 transfer. A B-size transfer, which is what size this transfer is $14.99 on its own. But with Club Couture, it comes with that, and it comes with these three paste colors, which are very similar. You get Peony, you get Honeydew, which is this green, and you get Eucalyptus, which is a really pretty green. And that's what you get. Super cute, right? I'd hang that in my house. And then, in a month, when, you know, it's nice weather and it's time for no longer to be spring, we spray it with water, we wash it off and we have a beautiful chalkboard to start all over on. So it's just our fun little, cute little project. Oh my gosh! Hello, Maria! Like, wow, everybody's still watching me. I'm not, and I haven't started rambling yet. That's because we have a drawing to do. Now, this is the last time I can do this kind of drawing I learned today. So, I found out today that doing drawings like this is against Facebook rules. So I will honor this one because I told everybody that I was going to do this. But apparently I can get put in Facebook jail, which means that you'll lose me, or I'll lose my page. And I don't want to do that because I'm having so much fun with you ladies. So I will do this one, but I have to come up with a new solution for us to have fun and do games. So we're just going to probably move to having games where you guys can win the projects that we make. So what we are doing this evening is everybody that shared my video, which is the part that I could get in trouble for, is I can't make it where you guys have to share my video. So I have to come up with a new solution. But that's my problem, not your problem. So tonight we're going to finish off our last one. As I'm putting all my stuff away, I've got my random name picker all ready. You guys are, everybody that shared is already in my random name. This is so sweet. Look at how cute that is. I'm hanging this in my kitchen so that I can feel springy all day long. Okay, so dun dun dun, random name picker time. My computer turns back on. Come on. Oh, it doesn't like it because of the glass. Come on. It's making noise. It's coming back to life. Okay. So, oh, this is Sage's picture. Can you see Sage's picture of what Sage did? Okay, so everybody's in here that shared my video. Can you see? Everybody's name is in there if you shared my video. And it goes right into a random name picker. So let's go. There we go. Is that going to be the best? I can hold it up. Okay, so everybody's name is in here. And how you, what we're giving away. We made this adorable sign last night. This was last night's project. This is what we're giving away today. And if you're local, we can arrange how to get it to you. If you're not local, we got to figure that out. Okay, so ready? Oh, it's not making the noise. I love it when it makes that noise. Okay, and then all of a sudden it goes bing. The noise is the fun part. Okay, who won? Susanna! Susanna Rickman won. Susanna is in Michigan. Woohoo! Thank you, Susanna, for sharing my video, and you won our cute little sign, Susanna. Good job. So, Susanna, I know you're not watching tonight, so well, at least I don't think you're watching tonight because you haven't commented. So, we'll figure out how to get you our cute little sign. So thank you so much, everybody, for sharing my video. It helps me so much. I very, very much appreciate it. And going forward, we'll have to figure out a new fun way to give away stuff, but yet spread the Chalk Couture love with all of our friends so that everybody knows that Making Maria is out there and she's having lots of fun, and come join the party. So, happy Friday night. I don't normally do videos on the weekend. I do Making Mondays, Target Tuesday, Whip It Up Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, and Font-tastic Fridays. I normally don't do weekends, but I do usually end up doing one or two just for fun because I can't stay away because it's so much fun. So if I do one on the weekend, it's kind of just a bonus. Now tomorrow night, my son is in a huge track meet out of town. It's our state indoor track meet, and he is seeded 7th in the state for pole vaulting. So we're going to watch him pole vault tomorrow night, but we'll be home. So if I'm home in time, I will still make something. If I'm not, you won't see me until Monday for sure. Monday for sure. If you see me next 2 days, it's a bonus. But thank you so much for watching me. Thank you for supporting me and my Chalk Couture journey. As always, if you want to check out any of these products or all the other fun things that Chalk Couture has to offer, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/MakeandMaria, and you can see everything there. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will be back at ya. See ya!